Hey guys, welcome back and Happy New Year. Today's Mindful Minute, I want to touch back on a post that I put up a couple days ago about listening to your body and how I came to a place of really feeling my best when I was listening to my body and listening to what it is that I needed. I spent a huge chunk of time, especially in my early 20s through mid 20s, especially with some professional opportunities that I had, thinking that I needed to exercise a certain amount in a week, eat certain things in a day, and everything was very planned and everything was very regimented, and there wasn't much room for flexibility and there wasn't much room for me to listen. I had become disconnected with my body, disconnected with myself and what I needed and how I really felt. And really this came to my awareness in the spring of this year. I spent 2 months very tired. And all of a sudden, all of these practices that I had that I thought were there to make me be my best self and feel amazing weren't anymore. And so I really had to take a step back and ask myself why. And all of these trends, these health trends that are out there, they are all amazing, and they do have an amazing, fabulous purpose to help us understand what we can do to be healthy. However, when they become extremists and when it becomes a bit of an addiction, that's when it becomes a slippery slope, and that's when you get yourself in trouble. And that's what I was doing. I was thinking that I had to be so strict and regimented with everything to get the results that I wanted, and I wasn't listening to how I felt, what I needed, and how amazing I already was, right? So one of the first things that I decided to do was, how can I erase this? Okay, so I thought, you have to unlearn the behavior that I had become accustomed to. So I decided that instead of making a plan, I was just going to wake up every day and I was going to listen. So sometimes that meant that I slept in more. Sometimes that meant that I moved more. Sometimes that meant that I ate a burger. And sometimes that meant that I ate vegetables and salads. And all are great and all are fantastic. It's about finding your balance and what you need to do for you to feel your best self, to feel your most amazing self. If we make sure that we're doing all these healthy practices to feel good, and the intention is to be strong and to be healthy and to live an amazing, long, healthy life, you're good. Because who you are right now is enough. And that right there is the message, and that right there is the takeaway. So how can you, this week, make that your own work? How can you listen more to your body? And how can you turn off those learned behaviors and turn off that learned conversation that's been playing in your head? Because that's what had happened to me. All of a sudden, all these amazing practices that I had, which should have been making me feel fantastic, weren't anymore, because if I slipped even just a millimeter, the conversation in my head became very negative, and that's a slippery slope to go down. So how can you reverse the chatter in your head and make it positive? Two ways you can do that. One way, you can flip the conversation. So when you say, I am a failure, switch it and say, I am working on it. I am good enough where I am right now. Make it a positive affirmation. Any negative thought you have in your mind, make it a positive affirmation. And then also the second thing might sound a little bit of like a kooky thing, but it's something that I learned to do for myself, and it actually really works. It's kind of like hum a little tune. You don't have to be like, la, you don't have to sing a musical, but just a little da-na-na-na, little or whatever. The minute that moment comes in my head, I just kind of push it out with something else. And for me, a little tune, a little hum, a little ditty, it helps. Some people might think you're crazy, but that's fine, because you feel amazing and you're listening to your body and you're listening to what you need, because you are enough as you are, where you are, who you are today and every single day. From my heart to each and every one of yours, mwah, 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 and Happy New Year. Cheers.